and welcome to IPW Undisputed, coming to you live from the casino rooms in Rochester, Kent. What a huge card we have for you, but without further ado, we're going to go straight to your first match of the evening.
Your opening contest of IPW Undisputed is for the Z-Force Championship, and it is set for one fall.
Here comes
introducing first the challenger, Cara Noir.
Here comes the enigmatic challenger, Cara Noir. The alter ego of Black Belt Tom Dawkins, who came so close to winning the IPW World title on this very occasion.
Towards one final flourish here.
Are you ready?
What the heck? Hang on, that's Tom Dawkins'
Are
music.
you ready?
That can't be Tom Dawkins, because that's Tom Dawkins.
Tom Dawkins is in the ring.
Ready? Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
This is some strange stuff we're starting out with here, team.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go.
It's Black Belt Kip Sabian.
That's not similar, that's just bad. That is in poor taste.
His opponent, from Dalston in Norfolk, he is the current reigning, defending Z-Force champion, Superman Kip Sabian.
Well, just 3 days ago at Road to Undisputed, Superman Kip Sabian defended the title successfully against Danny Duggan. At the end of that contest, Cara Noir made his presence felt in more than one way. He didn't just try and scare Kip Sabian this time, he went straight for him, Dean.
Kip Sabian tweaks up the mind game, coming out to Tom Dawkins. Ring music, the other someone in the back and hit the wrong button.
Do you think that's wise of Kip Sabian to rile up Cara Noir at this stage, knowing that Cara Noir's been hunting him for so long?
Hey, if it throws him off his game, then it's going to do the job. I guess we'll find out by the end of this match.
Cara Noir was not prepared to wait. This is what I mean by, was it a bad idea, Dean?
Well, here we go. We are starting Undisputed, our biggest show of 2017, our final show of 2017.
Oh.
With a bang and a crash and a wallop.
And a Z-Force Championship match. Are they going? They're not going to. They're going to the toy. Oh, that door's locked. That door is locked, and Kip Sabian has just found that out the hard way.
Oh man!
We We took the mickey out of him by pretending to be black belt, but Cara Noir does have those skills, Dean. He does have those martial arts, and they are coming on display straight away here.
He's got martial arts. Kip Sabian knows how to fight. He graduated from the WAW Academy, trained by the Knight family. You learn how to survive, you learn how to fight in that place as well as wrestle.
One thing we can certainly say about Kip Sabian, that he has been a survivor so far since becoming Z-Force champion. He has quite a pedigree of the people he's put away. He's put away Josh Bodum, Speedball Mike Bailey, and the first WWE UK champion, Tyler Bate. It's not as if he's been a shrinking violet. He has been taking on all comers.
I mean, what a CV that is. Those names you just listed, plus, of course, Danny Duggan just this past Thursday.
Absolutely. Cara Noir hasn't had a match for quite a bit of time. Kip Sabian wrestled and fought 3 nights ago. He is definitely not the fresher of the two men. Cara Noir, I think, has that rest factor.
Oh, man. Oh, he's got the old lipstick out.
Oh.
We've seen this before.
Kip Sabian is trying to resist it. He's fighting. He's fighting with everything he's got there, Dean.
I mean, personally, I'd rather get someone put lipstick on me than kick me in the face, but each their own.
Absolutely. Both men have now found their way into the ring. And the champion is already staggered here in the early going. I did not expect that, I've got to be honest.
And those kicks are going to just take the wind right out of you.
As we've already alluded to, Cara Noir has been stalking the champion for several events.
Oh man, anything that goes up must come down.
Oh no. Look at the strength of Cara Noir here, Dean. Oh, goodness me! Reverse Hurricanrana by the Z-Force champion.
And that's going to switch the momentum of this one straight back into Kip Sabian's corner.
We mentioned that Cara Noir was a much fresher individual coming in this match, certainly in contrast to the champion, but that might have just turned right there.
Oh yeah, you just saw it turn right in front of your eyes.
Oh, the mocking continues here, Dean. Continuing to mock Cara Noir every turn. I think that's a huge mistake, Dean. I don't think you should fire him up any more than he already is.
He's trying to get into the mind of the master of mind games.
If he's the master of mind games, why try and take it on his level? Kip Sabian, I think it's a mistake personally. I think it is a big mistake.
Big clothesline. And you see the times, I agree with you, you've got to say, because the times that you've seen Kip Sabian get the advantage in this match has not been from anything psychological, it's been from a big physical impact. The reverse Hurricanrana, that big clothesline there.
I mean, it's the MO of Kip Sabian, isn't it? He has that tendency to showboat, but you can't argue. We rattled those names off of the people he's beaten as Z-Force champion. You can't argue with the results that he's had thus far.
Absolutely not. This guy is a world champion in waiting as far as I'm concerned.
We've already alluded to the fact, I think actually you alluded to it, Dean, that the last time we were here was Super Show 11. Cara Noir almost became IPW World Champion himself.
Yeah.
Had it have not been for that run-in from the collective, quite possibly we might be looking at an IPW World Champion right there. But instead, here we are.
Indeed, the collective who cost Cara Noir the title and ultimately really cost Jimmy Havoc the title as well, that he held for nearly 2 years.
Incredible by the champion.
Turn Cara Noir inside out.
Champion getting frustrated here. You can't really blame him. He's tried to catch Karan out of the mind games. That doesn't seem to have really gotten him so far in this contest. The frustration automatically showing when he realises he can't put him away quickly.
You know, what has put previous opponents away has been those strikes. But then you're dealing with a guy who, you know, is a legitimate black belt in 2 martial arts. So where do you go? I guess this is why he's trying the mind games route.
And he is certainly resilient. I think the last time we were actually here in Rochester, as we said, on Super Show 11, he kicked out of Jimmy Havoc's Acid Rainmaker, which not many people do.
Indeed. Going up top.
I think Kip Sabian, the champion here, I think he's incredibly rattled by the idea of facing Cara Noir. We've seen in Milton Keynes how fearful he seemed of him. And I think that fear is justified, Dean.
Well, you know, for every great champion, there's always that one challenger that they can't beat. Maybe Cara Noir is that challenger that Kip Sabian can't beat.
And if that is the case, what a start to 2018 it would be for Cara Noir. German suplex followed by kick straight to the head of the champion.
Drives the back of his head straight onto the knee, but just a 2 count.
There is that resiliency of Cara Noir coming into play. And that is going to keep frustrating Kip Sabian. He's clearly, you see on his face, he is getting more and more frustrated. He is beginning to question exactly if he can beat Cara Noir. Not when, he's questioning if.
Definitely. Like I said, every champion has that challenger they cannot beat. They can't turn back the tide. You know, Tyson had Holyfield. You want to go further back, Foreman had Ali. You've got those guys that they just have their number.
Kip Sabian went for slice, but it's reversed.
Uh-oh, we've seen this before.
Uh-oh. Well, he doesn't have the lipstick on just yet. Oh.
Oh, look at his face.
The champion looks absolutely horrified and terrified in one uncomfortable mix. How's that for a mind game? What a neck breaker that was by Cara Noir! No! I thought he had him on that exchange, Dean.
I think this whole crowd thought that we were going to get a new Z-Force champion. But it was not to be.
The crowd trying to push Cara Noir over the hurdle here to send him into 2018 as the Z-Force champion.
Pele kick from Kip Sabian.
He's going for the slice spread again, Dean. Once again countered by Cara Noir. He has done his homework. But has he done it well enough?
No!
He hit it that time.
And now up top for a second time. Last time landed on his feet. This time, is he going to hit the button?
He's already tried once before, and I think he might be taking... Now, what is the point of that?
He's not here to kiss up to the fans. He's here to win a match. That's what that's about.
Well, now he's going back up. This is wasting time. This is time Cara Noir can recuperate. If he wants to get out of here with the belt, this is a huge mistake, Dean. I'm not Z-Force champion. I'm just saying he's taken an awfully long time.
He still hits it.
Well, that face says it all. I'll tell you what, Dean, if he'd have come off the top rope after he hit that slice spread, after he had the advantage, Cara Noir might not have kicked out. He had that extra bit of recuperation time.
Why don't you go in there and challenge him for the Z-Force Championship then, Slatter?
I am fairly...
I'll tell you something, I'd pay good money to see that.
I'm sure you would, Dean, but I tell you
Get
what,
that smile kicked right off your face.
I am incredibly comfortable standing right over here. Thank you very much.
Now what's happening?
He just spat in the fans. Did you see that, Dean? Is that what a champion is supposed to be doing here in IPW? Oh, I'll tell you what, he deserves fines or something for that one, Dean.
That's the interactive IPW experience right there.
He spat in the man's face. Are you kidding me?
Oh!
Cara Noir caught him coming, and the champion is in all sorts of bother here.
That shoulder not up, though, not down, though.
He just needs to turn him over, Dean. I think he could have had him if he'd have had a bit more awareness at the time.
I don't think Cara Noir knows quite where he is.
That took just as much out of Cara Noir as I think it did the champion. Sacrificed himself almost there, Dean, and sometimes that is what you've got to do if you want to be a champion.
Well, this is why they're called high-risk maneuvers, but Cara Noir back to his feet. Oh, man! The guillotine brainbuster all the way down.
He's going for the lipstick one more time. He's eating the lipstick. He's going to do it. He's going to make him. He has to breathe at some point. Oh!
That reminds me, I must make my cat take his tablets when I get home.
For every mind game that Kip Sabian has tried, he has been bettered every single step of the way by Cara Noir, who is closing in.
Going for fate to black. The fate to black.
The title's on the line. He's got him, Dean.
We've got ourselves a new champion.
Here is your winner and new Z-Force champion, Cara Noir.
The mind games did not work from Kip Sabian. He took too long, too many times, and he has finally met his match in the enigmatic new Z-Force champion, Cara Noir. And I have to say, Dean, I think richly deserved.
Well, you got to say, after he came so very close to becoming the world champion last time we were here in Rochester, it is a smidgen of consolation that he has got some gold around his waist. And he is going to make, what a Z-Force champion this man's going to make. Who's going to beat a guy like Cara Noir? And then you got to say as well, you've got to ask as well, what becomes of Kip Sabian? He's going to want a rematch. But there is your new Z-Force champion, Cara Noir.
Hello then again, everybody. Ricky Slater here, and I am standing by, of course, as always, with the king of commentary, the twisted genius, Mr. Dean Aries. What an opening contest we have just seen, Dean.
Wow, what a way to start the biggest show of the year. I mean, let's face it, there's no reason why we wouldn't be big old gold dicky bows if we weren't celebrating the biggest show of IPW's year so far. And we've got ourselves a new Z-Force champion. We've still got a Monsters Ball match to come.
Abyss versus Jimmy Havoc. That is going to be an insane contest. I cannot wait. We also have the hugely awaited contest between the greatest man who ever lived, Austin Aries, and the star attraction, Mark Haskins.
Oh yeah, what a match. That is going to make rumbles all around the world, Ricky Slater. Plus, if Mark Haskins wants to be... Oh, hold on.
Wait, well, we'll have to stop there a second, Dean.
Yeah, Big Grizzly's here, we shut up. Well, he said on Twitter he was going to come here.
Whether IPW management liked it or not.
And he's a man of his word.
You're absolutely right, Dean. When Big Grizzly is in the house, it's a time to shut up and get out of the way. To make this one clear, Big Grizzly has not been invited here this evening. He has invited himself.
I was going to say.
Shut that music off now. Since the new regime took over here, I have nothing. I have not one match. I ain't happy about it. 2017 was the year when I took over Rochester. Match after match after match. So, unless Billy Wood has got someone to get me out of this ring,
Oof.
I ain't going nowhere.
I'm not going to get him.
Off you go, Slatter.
Show's over.
My insurance doesn't cover that, Dean, but however...
Oh, you know whose music this is. Oh, man.
Oh, Big Grizzly knows now.
Oh, talk about the irresistible force and the immovable object. Oh, yes. This is like looking at a black country version of Big Grizzly, and in the ring is the South Wales version of Dave Mastiff. It's like peas in a pod. Oh man, I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this.
Big Grizzly said he wanted someone to come and remove him. How do you remove someone? You get in a wrecking ball. That's how you remove anything.
You send in Dave Mastiff. That's what you do.
Well, Big Grizzly has talked a big game on Twitter, and I'm afraid the time for talking is over. He's got what he wanted. He's got a match. He wanted a contest. We've got a referee. Tom Scarborough's going to have a hell of a job here keeping these two in order, Dean. Tom Scarborough's just, he's saying, I'm the referee, you listen to me.
Yeah,
Best of luck, Tom. Yeah, exactly. Best of luck, mate. So let's let off some confetti here in Rochester.
Well, these guys couldn't be more closely matched, apart from the obviously, as you look, there's a height difference. Oh, some fan, how disrespectful, some fan has put Grizzly's jacket on.
Oh. If he comes out of that ring, Dean, he is going to wish he never picked up that jacket.
He's being encouraged by Mastiff. This is essentially theft. You know, he comes over the border, he comes to England, and this is the welcome that we give him. This is the welcome that the English give the Welsh.
Yeah, but you say welcome, he invited himself. If someone barged into your house, you're hardly going to sit him down for a cup of tea and a scone, are you?
If it's Big Grizzly, I wouldn't. It'd be a Welsh cake and not a scone.
Well, yeah, I would agree with you.
I'd walk to the shops to buy him a Welsh cake.
But as far as I'm concerned, he's barged into Dave Mastiff's house right now, and Dave Mastiff ain't giving him no tea.
Well, we've got a 6'4", 315-pound Big Grizzly, and we've got a 5'10", 308-pound Dave Mastiff. I mean, they couldn't be closer matched.
Big Grizzly's having a smile. He's going to try and run at Mastiff. This is exactly what he said. This is quintessential irresistible force and movable object.
Oh, yeah.
Quite literally, we're going to see that on display here. He's daring him.
What Mastiff lacks in height, he makes up for in beard.
Like two great oaks barraging into each other.
It's like being on safari, this, isn't it?
It really is. This is the wilds of the Serengeti here in Rochester. I mean, we haven't seen Big Grizzly since Super Show 11. The last time, whoa, shut my mouth!
He picked him up with ease, Ricky.
Forget about my context. Context goes out the window when you can lift a man like that and body slam him with that sort of power. Are you kidding me?
Do not adjust your set. That actually happened. Hurricane Rana from the 22-stone, 308-pound Dave Mastiff.
How on God's green earth does a man of that size...
Hold on a minute. Oh.
Well, I mean, that really... Well, I think that would have blown the roof off this place. I'd have must have hit that one. You take a seat wherever you can find it these days.
Interactive again.
Absolutely. What would you rather have, spit in the face or Dave Mastiff on your lap?
Oh, man.
There's a loaded gun.
Neither of them is a good option.
Well, careful. Whoa. Easy, Dave. On the outside. Look at that choke slam, Dean.
Yeah, Mastiff immediately took evasive action, couple of swift elbows to the back of the head, and that put pay to the choke slam attempt. We've had some cracking heavyweight contests here in IPW. We've had, I mean, Big Grizzly put away Keith Lee previously here. We've had Drew Galloway before he got back into NXT against Rampage Brown. Now we've got Big Grizzly and Dave Mastiff beating 7 bells of Christmas out of each other.
Big old bells. Let's go for the... Went for the cannonball! Oh, wow.
If Mastiff had hit that cannonball, that would have been all over. And now a bit of ground and pound, taking some tips from his last opponent, Matt Riddle.
Both men are big men. That is quite clear to see. We know it's all about the power game, but they are showing some real brains on display here. You had the counter of the chokeslam by Mastiff. You had the counter of the cannonball by Grizzly. It's almost like they've done homework on each other without actually being assigned it.
Well, look, they're
good students.
Yeah, these two guys are two of the best-known heavyweights in the whole of the UK, and that's why they're in IPW, because this, in 2018, IPW is going to regain its crown at the top of the tree of British wrestling, and they want to get some headway by getting a big victory at the end of 2017 and a huge belly-to-belly suplex.
Not quite enough for Grizzly. It's a point we mentioned in the Z-Force Championship match about people having to have fights very close together. Cara Noir had the benefit of having a bit more rest than Kip Sabian. The same applies here to Dave Mastiff. Just Thursday, that's 3 days ago, at Road to Undisputed, he had that war with Mark Haskins to try and book a place in the IPW World Championship match.
Uh-oh, where's Grizzly going? Missed the senton, and again, you got to think if he hit that, it would have been game over.
And that's normally the sort of thing we'd expect to see from Dave Mastiff, coming off that second rope.
These two are so similar, this is why. Imagine if they formed a tag team. My goodness.
Both men have the same idea. Like you said, they're that similar. They both went for the same idea.
Oh! That's just like two Jeeps colliding.
We're back in the Serengeti.
We're back.
They're on safari again.
They are. They're the safari Jeeps.
Because Dave Mastiff not only almost booked a place in the IPW World Championship match tonight, but he also came very close to winning the UK Super 8 back in October to actually become the #1 contender. It has been towards the end of this year a year of almost but not quite from Dave Mastiff. He would love to pull away Big Grizzly here to really turn the tide at the end of 2017.
Exactly. Both of these guys want to reverse their fortunes because Big Grizzly's last match here was his first ever defeat in IPW. Admittedly to Matt Riddle, but you know, it's still a defeat. Dave Mastiff lost. He was the last man eliminated for the UK Super 8 back in Tunbridge in October, so both men want to right a wrong. Only one of them can do so. And it just shows, look at this, it just shows how much being top of the tree in a place like IPW means to people. Oh, man.
Is he going to... That is incredible strength for the man from the Black Country.
The only other difference I should say between these two, and this is what you're seeing now, Mastiff's got 10 years more experience than Grizzly. Oh!
The experience has got kicked right in the face there though, Dean. And now Grizzly's back up top. He's going for that central again. And he got it this time, Dean!
That's got to be it, surely.
Puts all the weight down on the shoulders and he still couldn't get him.
But look at that, Mastiff didn't kick out, he rolled out.
Absolutely.
He rolled out because he didn't have the energy or the wherewithal to kick out. That's how much that move's taken out, how much of Dave Mastiff is left in this ring.
Grizzly tried to put him away. You see all the weight that he put on the shoulder, but he only put it on one shoulder. And to your point, Dean, that's how he rolled out. Grizzly was trying to get the win so quickly, he didn't think about covering the weight all over the shoulders. Only one of them.
Exactly my point, Ricky. Going for that choke bomb.
Big Grizzly hits the corner, Dean!
Oh, man! Surely that's it. That's got to be it. He's looking, trying to muscle him over into the pinning predicament. And there it is, all over. And Dave Mastiff is your winner.
Here is your winner, Dave Mastiff!
Big Grizzly tweeted a good game, but when it came down to it, he just couldn't get the job done against a man from the Black Country here at Undisputed. The big question here is what's next with Big Grizzly? He lost his streak to Matt Riddle, and now he's lost to Dave Mastiff. Grizzly's jacket's been taken here. And the fan gets the jacket.
This is hugely disrespectful.
So that fan's enjoying as well.
Wow, what a match.
That was incredible, wasn't it? So Mastiff has picked up a huge win to top off 2017 against Big Grizzly. However, we now turn to, we're calling it a celebration, I believe, of the All England champion Adam Maxted. What's this about?
The most handsome man in wrestling. That's right, even more handsome than me,
Self-proclaimed.
He is your All England champion, and he has said that he wants to come out here. It's the end of the year. It's a time for celebration. It's a time for goodwill to all men.
Yeah, not to one man.
It is time for our All England champion, Adam Flex Maxted, to share in the love of these people in Rochester as he celebrates being the All England champion. That's what's happening next, Ricky Slater.
At this time, I would like to bring to the ring, for the most handsome man in wrestling, crowning ceremony, Adam Flex Maxted.
I can't quite believe we're doing this. You seem to be far more into this than I do, Dean. He's self-proclaimed. Why are we having a celebration from anyone who's self-proclaimed anything?
Just look at him. When you look that good, you can do what you want.
Well, I'm not going to lie, he clearly looks better than I do, but I mean, I wouldn't have a celebration for it. Celebrate the fact he's a champion, fair enough. But do we have to go the whole hog? I mean, this is typical of exactly what we have been seeing recently about Adam Flex Maxted. I've seen the videos where he was in Rome and he was posing around saying that he was this and he was that and everybody should be respecting him more. This change of attitude is just arrogance. It's not a champion, it's arrogance, Dean.
He needs to forget about Rome. He needs to go to Athens where they'll make a new statue. They'll say there's a new Greek god in town and his name is Adam Flex Maxted. Only 2 years in the business. This is his second year, and already he is the All England champion in a promotion with the reputation and the history and the quality of IPW. What does that say about this man?
There better not be any more confetti. We've had enough of that.
Adam Maxted says he is the most handsome man in all of professional wrestling.
Okay, well, let's see what the next thing that he's
Adam
going to say.
Maxted says he is the reason everyone is here tonight.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't know why Adam Flex Maxted thinks he is. I think they're here for a few other reasons, Dean. You've already listed them.
Adam Maxted says he has a physique that nobody in this building will ever match.
Goodness me, that's not the only thing that goes in there. It's not just about how you look, it's about the fight and the heart of the competitor.
Hey, you don't know what Hatch looks like underneath that suit.
Well,
Adam Maxted says
Merry Christmas.
he is the greatest All England champion of all time.
well, that's a hell of a claim I don't think he can back up.
Hey, he's the champ. No one's beaten him. He's the only person to be undefeated as the champion because every other champion has lost that belt.
That is a technicality and a half. That is a real stretch, Dean. If he's holding that belt in 6 months' time, a year's time, then let's talk about that. Wow!
Where did he come from? I thought he was out. I thought he was on the shelf injured.
I think the bigger question here, Dean, is what is Scott Starr doing here in Rochester tonight?
I think he took exception to that claim of being the greatest All England champion of all time.
Scott Starr, former two-time champion. He defeated the likes of Zach Gibson and Huberto Guerrera in that title reign. Big names.
Yeah, epic feud this year with his former best friend Sammy Smooth. Beat Smooth on both occasions to win the belt.
Did you hear what he just said to him? He said, watch this. Are you watching this? Rochester certainly have not forgotten Scott Starr. Maxter looks quite bemused.
Oh, well, this is out of order. Adam Maxted has come out to celebrate with his adoring masses here, packed into the casino rooms in Rochester, and Scott Starr just interrupts and demands a title match.
Adoring fans, this isn't his symposium. Big Grizzly can just turn up and demand things, and that's not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need a referee out here. The next match is for the All England Championship. Adam Maxted versus Scott Starr.
Well, it's the season of giving, and Scott Starr has been given a hell of an early Christmas present here, Dean.
what a fighting champion Adam Maxted is. To offer to put this title on the line with zero preparation.
You say that, but did you hear the arrogance? As they were just pacing around the ring there, Maxted looked at him and said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" How arrogant is that man? Now he's extending the hand. Are you kidding me?
A sportsmanlike handshake. That's
After he just said, "You sure you want to do this?" After he belittled him.
He's looking out for Scott Starr's well-being.
Oh, come on. Give me a break. Oh.
Oh.
You got to try and remain unbiased, but I'm so glad he slapped him there. He had that coming, Dean.
Well, it's definitely Christmas, like you said. The season of giving, Ricky Slater, and you're sat in the corner with a fat man with a beard.
Absolutely.
It doesn't get more Christmassy than that.
Ho, ho, ho. And it's Christmas for the fans at home again. They've got a Z-Force Championship title match they've already seen. Now we've got an All-England Championship match. It really is the season of giving here in IPW.
Well, we've seen one title change hands. Are we going to see another?
Well, if it does, Dean, it would put him on the top level of combined total reigns for IPW All-England Champions. He'll be on 3, which I think puts him level
Big
with...
moonsault body blow, is this it? No, just a 2 count. So close. Things can change in the blink of an eye. Oh, man.
What a DDT by Starr.
And quite wisely, Maxted takes evasive action. Let's just hope that his face wasn't too badly damaged with that.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's give everybody a Christmas gift. Oh, come on, give me a break.
Oh,
They
man.
caught him though, Dean. I don't like Maxted's attitude, but you can't deny the strength and the power of him. That's something you can't take away from him. He does have the gifts. He does have the ability. He just doesn't have that sort of character you really want to get near.
Not just the most handsome man in wrestling, but possibly one of the strongest. 2018 is looking very bright for Mr. Maxted. Goes for the cover.
One thing to touch on is how fitting it actually is that we're Undisputed, the biggest show of the year, and we have a match between the current All-England champion and a former All-England champion. It's a really good way to showcase that championship, which is so prestigious, as we close out 2017.
Definitely, and the thing is, you've got to remember, Scott Starr lost that belt in a multiple-man match.
8-man match.
He wasn't, he wasn't beaten in a one-on-one, and then he got injured in the match and has been out ever since. So really, this is a chance of retribution for him.
Trying to lift him up. Had been a full Nelson roll away by Scott Starr, wisely getting out of the way.
Wow, only just made that over. That's why these are high-risk maneuvers.
I'm telling you, the arrogance and the overconfidence of Maxted is putting his title reign in jeopardy here, Dean. He looked completely past Scott Starr before the bell even rang.
Well, he wasn't expecting to have a match full stop. Beautiful spine buster, though.
Only a 2 count.
And Maxted may start regretting agreeing to put that championship belt on the line.
Scott Starr here is going to have to dig deep. If he wants 2017 to end the way he'd quite like, if he wants to go into Christmas and New Year's as champion, he's going to have to find something special here. And maybe that was it, Dean.
Oh, he slipped out of that pump handle face buster.
Can he get the cover, though? Oh, kick out just at the last second by the champion.
Come on, Slater, try and be impartial.
I'm completely impartial. It's my middle name. Well, it's Ian, but could have been impartial. It's still an I. Oh, God. Scott Starr almost went right over the edge there, Dean. That is a long way down to the outside of the ring.
Trying to fight his way out of this predicament. Oh man, he's in perfect position for that wrecking ball senton.
The All England Championship is in danger here for Maxted. He's got it in! He's got it here! Oh, Maxted!
He didn't push those shoulders down. It was a weak cover. He hooked the leg, no pressure on the shoulders, and just like we've seen in previous matches, Maxted can roll his shoulder over and get out of that.
The champion is wounded here at Undisputed, wasn't it?
Oh, man!
Did you see that? Steve Litsky's missed it! Come on!
Terrible collision there. A terrible collision. I think it hit the reflex spot of his knee.
Here is your winner and still All England champion, Adam Maxted.
I think the top, you know that little bit of your knee that causes that reflex. I think Maxted's knee hit the rope on the ref, and sadly his leg just kicked up into Scott Starr's
His reflex. Tell me another story, great Uncle Bulgaria. What a story are you trying to spin there?
Yeah.
It was a reflex.
But
I'm not going along with that reflex story, Dean.
It's Christmas time, Ricky. Let's not argue. Let's just bask in the good news story that we go into 2018 with the All England champion, still the most handsome man in wrestling, Adam Flex Maxted.
Well, it might be Christmas for you, but it's not for me. I'm not coming across as the Grinch. I don't think he deserved to walk out there as champion. That is not how a champion should do business. Scott Starr got robbed here at Undisputed. But Maxted is still your All England champion. I'm not very happy about that. Scott Starr certainly is not happy about that. However, from one championship must come another.
Oh yeah, the title matches keep on rolling. Mark Haskins is on double duty tonight because not only is he already contractually obligated to face Austin Aries, but he won the #1 contenders match just last Thursday at Milton Keynes.
3 days ago, Mark Haskins, he got the job done against Dave Mastiff. That has put us here and now. Luke Dragon Phoenix, the winner of the UK Super 8, is going one-on-one with the Star of Trucks Mark Haskins to crown
a new IPW World Champion. Let's go to the ringside, let's get this show on the road.
The following contest is to crown a new IPW World Champion and is set for one fall. Can we bring our first competitor to the ring?
It's been over 10 years, up until October, when Luke Dragon Phoenix was in IPW, and what an absolute whirlwind of a comeback story it has been. We were there in Tunbridge. How amazing was it to see Luke Dragon Phoenix do what he did?
It was unbelievable. Out for 10 years with injury, and he's just come back, reinvented himself, and it's as if he's never been away. I mean, this is, I tell you something, if Luke Dragon Phoenix wins tonight, it's going to be the biggest upset in the history of British wrestling as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but you say that. I would never at any stage write off Luke Dragon Phoenix, even if Mark Haskins throws the kitchen sink at him. We were sat there in Tunbridge. He took that beating from Strangler Davis. He took that powerbomb from Mastiff on the stage, on the apron, and he still won 2 matches that evening. He is a miracle.
Indeed. And is it going to be the Christmas miracle, or is it going to be the Christmas star attraction who wins the title?
As you mentioned just moments ago, the star attraction is doing double duty this evening.
And look at the determination on his face, Slatter. Look at this. Tell me that's not a man who wants to be the new world champion.
I'm not saying he doesn't want to be the new world champion, but with double duty comes a division of labour in your head. He's got Aries later on tonight.
So,
how can his head be in this? I saw him in Milton Keynes. He was completely out of control.
Introducing first, to my right, he earned this opportunity when he returned to IPW to win the 2017 UK Super 8 tournament. From Birmingham, this is Luke Dragon Phoenix! And his opponent to my left, he earned this opportunity on the road to Undisputed, beating Dave Mastiff this Thursday. From Melbourne in Worcestershire, this is Mark Haskins!
Well, both of these men have gone through Dave Mastiff to get here, and that, as Big Grizzly has just found out, is no easy feat.
Not just that, he came over Dave Mastiff, but as we've already said, look at the damage that was done to him that evening. He survived RJ Singh, he survived Andy Simmons and Dave Mastiff. It's not like that was a one-on-one contest. He had to survive 3 other competitors in that match. He has the resiliency, I believe, to possibly go on and win this match, Dean. I don't think we should be looking past him. I know Mark Haskins is on the hot streak of his life right now.
There's that beautiful new World Championship belt on display. Who is going to be the champion now? Former champion Moose had to vacate due to commitments in Japan, wasn't going to be able to defend within the allotted time period that's stipulated here. But you know something that's really, really significant here? Mark Haskins is a former Progress heavyweight champion. He is a former Smash Wrestling heavyweight champion in Canada, as well as holding tag titles both here in IPW and Revolution Pro. Luke Dragon Phoenix has never held a singles championship in his life. He was a former IPW tag champ with Rockstar Spud, and they also held the 1PW tag championships up north in Doncaster, but he's never won a singles belt. Haskins has. He's got that pedigree.
But you make that claim, but there was a time long ago where Mark Haskins...
I make that claim because it's fact, Slatter.
Well, you say that, but Mark Haskins at one stage in his career had also not won a singles title, and yet here he is. And Mark Haskins more than likely would have had to have beaten a man who also would have won a singles title before him. Luke Dragon Phoenix has a hell of an opportunity here, and yes, Mark Haskins has that experience, but Luke Dragon Phoenix is not going to quit. That is something they do share in common.
Well, I can't disagree with you there. I mean, the heart, the guts that this guy showed in Tunbridge at the UK Super 8 was just astonishing, nothing short of astonishing.
And also, if you don't mind me saying so, Dean, I think the fact that Mark Haskins is preoccupied with Austin Aries and exactly what that match means to him, I think this is more of a level playing field than we believe it is.
Well, I truly believe that. Absolutely, that is a huge psychological advantage for Luke Phoenix, because Haskins is going to want to A, win this, and B, win this quickly. And so the longer it goes, the more likely Haskins is going to make a mistake through frustration.
Oh! He is not hanging around. The velocity of those chops.
Luke Phoenix has got, oh man,
goodness me, and we're sat quite away from that, Dean. And that is some loud business that Mark Haskins has been dishing out. And the Dragon is matching him stroke for stroke.
Oh, it's like he's channeling Kenta Kobashi or something. Look at the handprint from those chops.
You could get fingerprints off his chest.
Beautiful counters. And a drop kick sends Haskins out, but what beautiful sequence of maneuvers there from both men.
Got him over the other side!
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's where the experience advantage comes in.
I'll tell you what, Dean, every time I see Mark Haskins, every time I catch his face in this camera, I can't help but wonder if he is sending a message to Austin Aries in the back, if he is saying, you have this to come. This is his statement of intent.
Austin Aries will be watching this and hoping that Luke Dragon Phoenix just does some damage. Oh, but it's Haskins doing all the damage right now. You know, I've known this guy from literally day one, who trained up at the FWA Academy under Mark Sloan. Some amazing athletes have come through that production line. I've seen him every single time he wrestles, he gets better. And that's the thing Austin Aries is going to have to worry about, the fact that Haskins will get better and better. Okay, he's got a double duty to pull, as we said, but there's that mental determination. That mental determination, just like Luke Dragon Phoenix had to face at Tunbridge. Just like I've got to face trying to get through this commentary gig without my throat failing on me.
Absolutely, you know. And I'm sorry to hear that, Dean, because I know Christmas is coming up. I genuinely am quite sorry for you. Genuinely. I'm also genuinely sorry for Luke Dragon Phoenix. The fact that there is so little recent experience for him in this contest. Mark Haskins has wrestled more times than Luke Dragon Phoenix just in the last week or two than Luke Dragon Phoenix has done since he's come back to IPW. He's had 2 matches, only 2 matches in IPW before this contest. Mark Haskins has a plethora of recent experience in the ring. And as anyone will tell you who's been in the business, there is no way you can replace that. You can't replace being in the ring.
Definitely not, but you know, Luke Dragon Phoenix, he's a man with martial arts experience. He follows the mixed martial arts world. He would have been watching George St. Pierre beating Michael Bisping in the UFC a little while ago, and he'll be hoping that he's going to make a similar story of a fairy tale comeback.
Luke, I'm not going to repeat Dean, I'm not going to repeat what Luke Dragon Phoenix just said, but he is egging Mark Haskins on. He's channeling a little bit of Rocky Balboa here at the moment. I'm telling you, Mark Haskins is looking at Luke Dragon Phoenix, and I swear he is seeing Austin Aries. I swear that is what he sees in front of him right now.
He needs to be focused on this because
he's possessed.
After all, this is for the world title. This is for all the marbles and the intensity. Oh, look at this going for a crossface.
A transition and a half by the Star Attraction, and the Dragon is in trouble. He's not near the ropes. Oh my goodness me!
Armbar. He's going for that armbar. Look at that. He's got like a Rings of Saturn.
And remember those damaged ribs that he got at the Super 8 thanks to what Strangler Davis and Mastiff did.
Well, that was exactly what I was going to say. So great minds think alike.
In that case, you have my apologies, sir. But yes, absolutely, I agree with your point and I agree with my point, as they were the same.
Well, it goes to show I'm teaching you well.
Luke Dragon Phoenix is giving it absolutely everything he's got. It's almost like he's doing the can-can all over Mark Haskins. Mark Haskins said he was fired up. Luke Dragon Phoenix says, keep hitting me. I told you, neither man is going to quit.
It's like he's doing the can-can.
Absolutely.
Please, someone make that into a meme.
Please do.
Oh, John Woo drop kick.
Tweet me with can-can references. Let's be having you, IPW faithful.
Oh, Haskins tried to fight it, but Phoenix got him over for that back suplex. And as you can see on screen, oh man! As you can see on screen, you can use the hashtag on social media of IPW Undisputed. Tell us what you think, where you're watching us from. You can be watching anywhere around the world live on the IWN network, iwnlive.net.
Look at the back. Look at the back of Luke Dragon Phoenix, look at the back of Mark Haskins, look at the chest, look at the damage they have been doing. I'm telling you, I don't think there's going to be much left of Mark Haskins, even if he can get past Luke Dragon Phoenix here. Look for that frog splash, it's caught him with the British armbar again! And that is working those ribs every time he makes a pull on that arm. He's rolling him up! No!
And Phoenix had to roll over just to stop that shoulder dislocating as well. Big time clothesline. What a match we are seeing here.
The IPW World Championship is on the line here in Rochester. This is IPW Undisputed, the biggest show of the year.
2018 is going to be the year that IPW regains its crown, and both of these men want to be the king of IPW going into the new year.
They're just both lying there trying to get enough oxygen in their lungs to fight just a little bit hard. Look at Haskins, he's looking up as if to say, come on, I've got to get through this, I've got to get up.
Austin Aries is doing a little jig backstage, I think.
And that's what he thinks of that jig. He sits up, he has that intensity. Look at Mark Haskins, look at Luke Dragon Phoenix. Neither man is going to quit. And we are now in a contest where it is literally man against man, as if we are in the laws of the jungle themselves. Mark Haskins is bleeding, they have beaten each other. They both look like lobsters. They have gone pink and red from the beating they have given each other here, Dean.
Oh, man!
He's got both legs hooked! And both arms were down!
No! Oh, man, I thought that was it. What a match we are seeing for the IPW World Championship, currently vacant.
And we're only almost halfway through this broadcast. We haven't even got to our interval yet. Can you believe this is the first half? Are you kidding me?
Phoenix misses the splash but lands on his feet. Oh, look at this. That's a stroke of luck.
He's got it.
Oh, man.
I think he's got him here, Dean. No! Are you kidding me? Richard Armbar working those ribs one more time in the middle of the ring, Dean.
What great ring presence from Haskins to go straight from the attempt.
He tapped.
And that's it, he tapped. Haskins went straight from the pinfall attempt to the submission. Let's get the official announcement from our MC, Chris Hatch.
Here is your winner and new IPW World Champion, Mark Haskins!
And what a well-deserved champion. That man is your new champion. Yeah, you can smile. You can have a big smile on your face, Mark Haskins, because you have just become the king of IPW.
Take absolutely nothing away from Luke Dragon Phoenix. He just had the match of his entire life, Dean. Mark Haskins might have the goal. He might have come first in this contest, but by God was Luke Dragon Phoenix a close second.
Yeah, 1 down, 1 to go, says Haskins.
If Austin Aries is watching this, and I truly believe that he is, that Mark Haskins has just thrown down the gauntlet in the most incredible way.
Good show of sportsmanship there. Listen, all the things we said about Luke Dragon Phoenix, all of the 10-year hiatus, the lack of big matches in recent times, he's got nothing to be ashamed of. The thing is, he will be back better and stronger, I'm telling you. Okay guys, well we are now live, going to take a break for an interval. If you're watching on the IWN, we're going to show you a treat from this time last year right in Rochester. Cody Rhodes takes on the aerial assassin himself, Will Ospreay. This is from Rochester in December 2016. Let's go to the videotape right now. Well, here we go. History in the making, the first ever meeting of Cody Rhodes and Will Ospreay. This is UK v US. This is Bullet Club v Chaos in New Japan. Cody Rhodes, international superstar, and surely one of the toughest tests that Will Ospreay has ever faced. You'll see the belt around his waist, the What Culture Pro Wrestling Internet Championship. He beat UK veteran El Ligero for that. While in the same week he also won the Global Force Wrestling Next Gen Championship, beating Sonjay Dutt. Have boots will travel for this man. And a very warm welcome for Cody Rhodes. I was talking to him backstage, a very genial and affable chap. Now this may confuse you. Will Ospreay may be in his home country, but he hasn't exactly endeared himself to the fans here in IPW UK with his shenanigans with his Swords of Essex counterparts. He was kicked out of IPW UK after losing a supposed loser leaves town match to Tom Dawkins at Super Show 2 in March, right here at the Casino Rooms. And then in our last show in Tunbridge, made a surprise appearance because he was still a member of the Swords of Essex, the tag team champions. He weaseled his way back into IPW UK, held a chair over the throat of Danny Duggan of D&D and basically demanded this match be signed by IPW UK owner Danny Ledler, or effectively Danny Duggan's fledgling career would be terminated. And look at that, just disrespecting the belt that Cody Rhodes has brought to the ring. You don't always see this attitude from Ospreay in a place like Japan, but let me tell you something, when he comes to IPW UK, he lets his true colours show. One of the most talked about young men in wrestling history. And we're waiting for Mr. Ospreay to deem it the right time to step into the ring. Oh, now he steps out again. These are the shenanigans, the mind games, call them what you want, from Will Ospreay. You see the three swords there, the symbol of the county of Essex on his tights and on his knee pads.
The following contest is an international singles match set for 1 fall. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, from Raynham in Essex, representing the greatest faction in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Chaos. This is the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, from Atlanta, Georgia, he is the latest member of the Bullet Club. He's from the infamous Rhodes family. Please welcome Cody Rhodes.
Well, no prizes for guessing who the crowd favourite is here. And it's for... Oh, no, and Ospreay's mocking the Bullet Club as Rhodes tours the building shaking hands with the fans as the Bullet Club do. So here we go, one of the feature matches of IPW UK Super Show 5. We are broadcasting to you from the casino rooms in Rochester, Kent. Twisted Genius Dean Ayers here on commentary for this historic meeting. It's the first ever matchup anywhere in the world between these two premier athletes. Cody Rhodes with a 30 or 40 pound weight advantage and significant experience advantage, a 10-year pro over Ospreay, a 4-year pro. Ospreay just 23 years of age, but has already traveled the world and signed a contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling, a meteoric rise akin to a modern day Dynamite Kid. And shades of the old Stardust there from Cody Rhodes. Just getting inside the head of Ospreay. You know, he doesn't like it because the Swords of Essex, they are the people who try and get inside your head. Ospreay not liking it when the roles are reversed. I think we can pretty much confirm that this crowd have got inside the head of Will Ospreay. He looks fuming. Oh no, almost time to lock up. And you would expect there will be a feeling out process, having never met one another before. Talking to Cody Rhodes before, he had of course heard all about Will Ospreay, and their paths will inevitably cross in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but it's IPW UK here in Rochester, Kent, where history is being made. Tom Scarborough trying to get a clean break. Good luck with that, Tom. This is like slow motion. Slap to the face, how disrespectful. And you know, if there's one thing the Rhodes family are all about, it's respect. Ospreay springs back to his feet. Oh! And an uppercut. Oh, he's all hung out to dry, and there's only one place to go. Boot to the stomach. Sunset flip by it. Oh, Ospreay now. Upwards momentum, boots him in the face, and a dive to the outside. Ospreay looks like he's setting up for something more spectacular. Oh no. Yeah, he doesn't want to give this crowd anything spectacular. Posing to the crowd, he gets hit with a kick from Rhodes and axe handle himself. The elevation was incredible. The balance, he just used the ropes as a springboard. Amazing stuff from Cody Rhodes. The balance, the agility, the grace, flying through the air with the greatest of ease. And Ospreay is now being chased all around the ringside area. That's someone's walking stick. Tom Scarborough telling him no, but hey, he's not going to disqualify him for that, surely. Tom Scarborough knows these fans want to see a clean victory. They want to see an outright win for one of these two men. And with each of these blows to the stomach, more of the stamina is sapped out of Will Ospreay's young body. Ospreay hooking his arm around the rope, trying to block the whip. Gets a punch in the face for his troubles, and that soon loosens his grip sufficiently for Rhodes. Oh, great move, and Rhodes is all hung up, and that could really affect that left leg. And Ospreay, look at that drop kick to the leg. You might as well paint a target on it. Great attacking instinct from Will Ospreay there. And now it's Ospreay's turn to pursue Rhodes around the ringside and targets that left leg again. Oh, right into the ring post. And that leg is really going to be troubling Rhodes for the rest of this match. Now this is reminiscent of his father's struggles with Ric Flair and that figure 4 leg lock. Indeed, that move so identifiable with the Nature Boy himself. And this may not be how we predicted this match would go, but Ospreay has very wisely reacted to what's happening around him, and a big chop and a chop back for his troubles. Hell of instinct. Oh, and a boot to the back of the knee. Drops Cody Rhodes to the ground, slumped over the ropes, and you're not going to get a clean break from Will Ospreay, not here. Rhodes now being set up for something from Ospreay. Oh, headbutt after all of that. Ospreay really trying to wind up the crowd here. Just the 2 count. And some fans chanting his name, starting to turn these people in his favour, which isn't actually what he wants, looking at the look on Will Ospreay's face. Big right hand and another kick to that leg. And of course, if you incapacitate that leg, then that rules out the disaster kick for a start. And look at the elevation, they're putting additional pressure down on the neck, cutting off the airwaves. Cutting off the airways of Cody Rhodes there. Rhodes trying to get back to his feet. Now it looks like Ospreay will be going to that top rope that he knows so well. Rhodes, Rhodes, I was going to say lying prone on the ground, but he was playing possum, and Ospreay lands in the most awkward way possible for a gentleman to land. And Cody Rhodes now up to the top rope, or the middle rope. Will his leg hold out for a superplex? Whoa, look at this. Delayed superplex. My word, he's kept him up there. And all the way down. My word, the blood rushing to the head of Ospreay before he crashes down from the top rope. The crowd here in Rochester loving it. Rhodes' left knee seemed to hold out okay. Was it just the adrenaline though? Let's see how Rhodes is when he gets up. He looks like he's firing up. That second window, you see him favouring that leg, but he still manages to run on it, knocking Ospreay down with 2 quick clotheslines. Reversal from Ospreay. Another reversal and a flying forearm from Cody Rhodes. He's looking for the crossroads, but Ospreay reverses it. Well scouted. Driving his opponent face first into the mat. As I said, this might be the first time these two have met, but trust me, they know all about each other. Both men want to walk out of here with the bragging rights that they have won their first ever encounter. Imagine how this will be seen in New Japan. Chaos versus the Bullet Club. And you know, people in Japan and America and Mexico and all around the world, their eyes are trained on IPW UK here on Flow Slam. Oh! Super kick from Ospreay. 2 count only. Innovative offense from the aerial assassin from Raynham in Essex here in England. And more disrespectful behaviour from Ospreay, not allowing Rhodes to get up to his feet. Big chop. And Rhodes now struggling to stay in an upright position. Oh, it's only serving to fire up Rhodes. Look at this. Multiple strikes from Ospreay. Oh, and the flip Pele kick caught. He's going for crossroads. He hits the crossroads. Is this going to be it? 1, 2, no! And Will Ospreay kicks out in the nick of time. Cody Rhodes can't quite believe it. He's figuring out his next move. Still favouring that left leg, of course. Is he going for a moonsault by the looks of things? Overshot it, and Ospreay moved as well. Not a wise move, and a big kick, and a reverse, and another, well, a receipt. Wow, look at this. Action so fast it's hard to call. And Ospreay went for the Raynham maker, and a disaster kick from Cody Rhodes. And Ospreay all over the place, stumbling around like a baby in a playpen, and now it's time for the figure 4 leg lock. And Ospreay reaching, trying to find the ropes. He's in all kinds of, as Dusty Rhodes would have said, pain, blues and agony. Ospreay not in a good position here whatsoever. Tried to roll through to reverse, and Cody Rhodes just used the momentum to get back where we started. Oh, big chop. Trying to focus his mind on something other than the searing pain going through his legs. And believe me, it's a horrible move to be in. Your leg, your shin bone feels like it's going to snap in half. You can feel the pressure building from top and bottom. But eventually Ospreay gets out of the move. How much that's going to take out of him, how well he's going to be able to move now. Have we got two wrestlers both with bad wheels?
Rhodes.
Bullet Club for life. Bullet Club. Bullet Club for life.
Set for one fall. And is a Monsters Ball match.
Oh man.
Here we go.
Introducing first.
You know, I'm starting to feel sorry for Jimmy Havoc. Just a little bit.
Yes. The mind games that Abyss has been playing, the fact he cost him that match against Sabu, that will weigh heavy on the mind.
I'm just thinking of all the stuff that IPW Mansion has thrown at Jimmy since he lost the belt. You know, a match against the hardcore legend Sabu, and now he's got a Monsters Ball match, Abyss's speciality, against Abyss.
Rochester has not been overly kind to Jimmy Havoc in the later part of 2017. Of course, the last time we were here, Super Show 11, Jimmy Havoc's historic title reign came crashing to a halt when Johnny Storm became IPW World Champion.
He then lost to Sabu, so he's really going to want to win this one in order to re-establish himself. But he's got to win a Monsters Ball match against Abyss. I mean, that's nigh on impossible, isn't it?
Let's not forget that Jimmy Havoc, of course, reigning ZZW Tournament of Death winner. He is currently king of the death match. But if there is one man on the planet who might be his equal, it's this man who clearly is not one. It's an actual monster.
6'8", 350 pounds of Abyss.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former NWA Tag Champion, two-time TNA Tag Champion, two-time TNA TV Champion, former TNA X Division Champion. Abyss has seen and done it all in this business. But can he hang with Jimmy Havoc? You said that Jimmy Havoc is on the rack in this match. Jimmy Havoc is in form, I would wager, especially when it comes to this type of match. It might be Abyss's domain, but I think Jimmy Havoc has come here to win.
Abyss came over to the UK several times 10 years ago with the 1PW promotion I commentated on back in the day. He terrified me then, he terrifies me now. The things that this man will do to himself, let alone his opponents, don't bear thinking about. And he holds Monsters Ball victories over the likes of Mick Foley, Raven, Rhino, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, Bully Ray, Eric Young, Grado.
Are you done?
I just got to ask myself, what hope has Jimmy Havoc got?
Well, the crowd seem to think he's got a hell of a chance here, Dean, and Jimmy is taking his time.
Hey, Jimmy fucking Havoc, get out of the fucking chair.
Oh, them's fighting words from the monster.
You know, I have a ton of respect for you. You're hardcore. You are on the precipice of making yourself into a legend. But that ends tonight. Because you see, this might be your territory, and these might be your people. But make no mistake about it, this is my match. And in case you haven't noticed, I already am a legend. So get ready, because there's nothing these sheep can do to save you now. Nothing.
He said there's nothing
a
he can
stapler. Oh, yeah, we're not starting off with a lockup. We're starting off with a stapler.
There's nothing he can do about it. He's going to put him against a wall and he's going to do some fixing on him.
Oh, man.
One of the things we said earlier on this broadcast is that I don't know what it's like to be in the ring. And I'll tell you something for nothing, Dean. I sure as hell do not know what it's like to have staples put in my head by Jimmy Havoc.
And we're outside the ring already.
This is, if you're expecting hammer locks, wrist locks, leg locks,
Drop toe holds.
forget about it.
Oh, look at the irony of a health and safety sign being used as a weapon.
That is going to be subject to an inquest at some point. And so is
Oh,
that
man,
chair shot.
did you hear that? Did you hear the thud of that chair hitting the mask of Abyss? Thank goodness for Abyss, he's got a solid mask on there.
I felt it. I felt it. When Jimmy Havoc is swinging a weapon, I think everybody in the audience feels it. Everyone in this crowd is visibly moved. The way he swings a weapon is like no one else.
And the thing with this, Jimmy Havoc is going to have to make a fast start to do some damage to Abyss. But Abyss now in control. Gets Jimmy to take a seat.
Uh-oh. Out.
Forearm uppercut.
Oh,
man.
no!
Oh, memories of 1990s ECW, the frying pan.
You can't make an omelette without cracking some eggs. Jimmy's channeling his inner Mo Farah.
Straight in the eyes. There's nothing Linsky can do. It's a Monsters Ball match. It's no disqualification. A chair shot's just as legal as an eye poke, just as legal as a body slam.
The monster is being wailed on by Jimmy Havoc. He is stalking with that chair and he is now pounding on him.
Biting where that staple went.
Abyss said this was his match, but I would argue that this is also Jimmy Havoc's kind of match. This is right up Jimmy Havoc Boulevard.
Yeah, but it's also right up Abyss Avenue. It's on the intersection. You know what I mean? This is, oh man, that beautiful new ring canvas with all the people's names. But Jimmy doesn't like to see beer wasted. And he's wailing away on the monster Abyss.
Jimmy Havoc just well done there by Abyss. What a waste of a good beer that was. Of course, we saw Jimmy Havoc at Super 8 in October, interrupted by the music of Abyss during that match with Sabu. And because of that, he tasted the Arabian Skull Crusher not that long after. And that has led us right here and now to the biggest show of the year, Undisputed. And the monster goes careening into the chair. Oh, well, that chair is quite literally done for. Absolutely no idea what is going through the sadistic mind here of Jimmy Havoc, Dean, but it does not look good for the monster Abyss.
Oh, it doesn't look good for Jimmy Havoc. I've got no idea what's going on with our monitor, but that's an entirely different story. Jimmy Havoc now lands on those chairs.
The curse of the commentator from me, and then Jimmy Havoc ends up getting slammed right onto those exposed parts of the chair. Well, turnabout seems to be fair play. The monster now has the staple gun, and Jimmy Havoc is the one who is prone to the attack. Rochester holds its breath here.
Oh, is that going to be a staple? Oh, low blow.
Trying to turn him down, trying to get him down it. Oh no! No! He had him away!
And Jimmy trying to. I think he's pulled the.
Oh.
He's pulled the staple out, but it's, well, you can see what it's done.
Jimmy Havoc is beginning to trickle.
It's a no-win situation. You're either walking out with a staple in your head or you start to bleed. And I think he did pull the staple out, but obviously there's two deep holes in Jimmy's head because of it. Advantage, Abyss.
Oh!
Well, that's probably the first and only time you hear a tennis reference in a Monsters ball match.
Absolutely. Well, you say tennis reference. Abyss is basically swinging that chair like he is a tennis racket. He thinks he's John McEnroe.
And Steve Linsky, our ref, is just there to count the pinfalls.
What is Abyss thinking here, Dean? Oh no.
Oh!
Well. Well, no wonder he falls to the floor.
I think Abyss's plans for the evening have been altered.
Even monsters have weak spots, Dean.
And listen to this crowd. 100% behind Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, that blood is beginning to really pour out of the cut now, though, Dean. That is going to impair his vision, surely.
It's worth bearing in mind, Jimmy Havoc is, a builder's, he lives now in London, but he grew up in Kent. He was trained at the Hammerlock School of Wrestling, operating out of Kent. So these people know that his roots are right here in the county of Kent. What is Jimmy looking for? He's got something in mind, quite clearly.
What is that?
They're not Smarties, let's say that.
I'm going to make an educated guess and say that's not builder's sand over.
Nope, they're drawing pins.
Right, if you can't put something up with a staple, try a drawing pin. That is the moral of the story here.
And look at how close together those things are. No, Jimmy!
No!
Oh, man, Jimmy gets drilled into those pins, and look at that, he's picking them out. Oh, man, they're stuck to his flesh. They're stuck to his flesh. And Abyss is going for the pinfall.
Havoc is done for here. I actually cannot believe, and neither can Steve Linsky. How on earth did Jimmy Havoc find any way of getting out of that?
Abyss can't believe it either. He didn't even think he needed to do anything other than just roll on top of Jimmy Havoc. He's learning something about this man.
I'm not sure if Abyss is now frustrated or he's going to channel his inner creativity, because he is looking around ringside for some tasty Christmas treats.
Abyss is amazed and bewildered and staggered that a man like Jimmy Havoc has just kicked out of a choke slam onto drawing pins, and so it's time for a barbed wire board to be brought into the equation.
Jimmy Havoc has just started to pick those pins out of his body, and it's almost like Abyss just said, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to have to do something else.
You know, the only saving grace for this is that clearly Abyss wasn't able to smuggle Janice through customs. At least someone's doing their job at the airport.
Security is not what it was, because there was a barbed wire board being placed by the Monster Abyss in the ring here at IPW Undisputed, and the former IPW World Champion Jimmy Havoc, the king of the Goths, is prone right here and now, Dean, and his career could be in serious jeopardy in the hands of that monster.
Oh, he's still got drawing pins sticking out of his back, for God's sake.
Rolls that forearm and Abyss is going, hits him with a second one, and the monster Tina's on the brink of destruction.
Oh, but he's going to go up, and no, he's not going to go down. Jimmy Havoc escapes.
Oh, the monster! And the monster's on the barbed wire!
And look at the pain coursing through the body of Abyss. And Jimmy Havoc hasn't finished. He's got a chair while Abyss is still lying on that barbed wire board. Elbow drop with the chair. Is that going to be it? My goodness me! Jimmy Havoc has just beaten Abyss.
Here is the winner, Jimmy
That is one of the most shocking matches I have ever seen here in IPW. Jimmy Havoc was written off when this match was announced, but would you look at the sight we are seeing here in Rochester this winter night?
Well, you talked about Christmas being the season of goodwill. He's just helping Abyss up off of that barbed wire board. Look how squashed that wire is from the weight of 350 pounds of Abyss landing on it. Blood coming out of his, they're going to shake hands, blood coming out the elbow of Abyss.
Extending the hand, and they're getting a standing ovation, surely here in Rochester.
Not many people can say, I've beaten Abyss at his own game. My goodness me, what a match that will live on for ages. Well, there's so much noise in this venue, it's hard to hear yourself think. But I do believe, as Abyss has the adulation of the fans in the ring, I believe as we clear things up, we're going to go to videotape right now. We are going to just take you to what happened just a few days ago in Milton Keynes between Austin Aries and Mark Haskins. Let's go to video.
But on Sunday, there's only one type of business that we're going to handle, and that's finding out who the better man in this ring is. Now, it's been brought to my attention through some of your comments that you feel like you have something to prove to me. Because let's be honest, the last time that we stepped in the ring, you almost broke your neck. I didn't almost break your neck. You almost broke your neck. And then I almost broke your neck. So it occurs to me that you have more to prove to me than I had to prove to you, or really to anybody, because I've proven myself for the last 17 years.
Austin Aries, dude, you don't even realize how much you've influenced me across the years. See, when I was growing up, I used to watch you be the man in Ring of Honor, walk around as Ring of Honor World Champion. When you came to my training school, I attended your training seminar, I listened to what you taught, and those words stayed with me throughout my entire career. But the most valuable lesson that you taught me was at Wembley. Was when I did attempt something that I didn't have full confidence in. When I came crashing down on my head, suffering a concussion and nearly breaking my own neck. You told me the most valuable lesson of all. You didn't help me. You showed no mercy. You kicked me in the head. You dropped me on my head. And then you stretched me out and nearly broke my back as well. The most valuable lesson you taught me that day was not to be a kid who was inspired to fight somebody that he idolized. You taught me to be a ruthless, nasty, aggressive little bastard, which is exactly what I have stood in front of you here today. Because the person you meet on Sunday isn't someone stepping into the ring with their idol. You are stepping into the ring with one of the best wrestlers in the entire world, walking this planet on this generation of the next. And Aries, I do have something to prove to you, but you have something to prove to me as well. You were one of the best in this past generation. But do you have what it takes to compete with the next?
I loved every fucking word of that. And on Sunday, you're gonna find out, because the truth is staring in the face, and you're not gonna be able to handle it, buddy.
From the World Championship picture to the Women's Championship picture. That is where we now turn our attention here at IPW Undisputed. The #1 contender, the daughter of British wrestling legend Robbie Brookside, is officially in the ring.
And Zaya Brookside comes out to her dad's old music as well, which for an old man like me harks back nostalgia. But she has got a tall order if she wants to dethrone Livy Grace, because she's held this belt for pretty much the entire year.
Since, I believe you told me earlier on, February the 15th, 2017.
Indeed.
Since February.
And she has held on to that belt by fair means and foul.
I've been doing my research so I can pull a statistic here. She's actually been IPW Women's Champion for a combined total of 526 days, and the combined total of every other wrestler who has held the women's title is 204.
Wow.
She is the dominant force in IPW Women's Wrestling.
So across her 3 title reigns, she's held the belt twice as long as all the others put together.
Oh, a few technical difficulties here.
The perils of live TV. The beautiful Jada, our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the
Livy Grace looking happy to be here. But what a year Zaya Brookside has had. We talk about the year Livy Grace has had. Zaya Brookside only in her second year as a pro, and she has already been over to Japan for the famous Stardom promotion, challenged the champion Toni Storm for that belt in August at the Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, came up short, but what an opportunity. So just 19 years of age, what a great chance to go into the new year as the champion of the women's division.
Bella's gone. Referee for this contest, Mr. Tom Scarborough. And this is only Zaya Brookside's second match back in IPW this year, and she's in the women's title match. This couldn't be more of a golden opportunity.
Well, this has come about from building a solid reputation at home and abroad, all over the place. Like I said, you don't get into Stardom for nothing.
The deck is clearly stacked, though, against Brookside. When you look at this on paper, we've reeled off some of those statistics. We've said about the pedigree of Livy Grace. We've talked about the combined title reigns. She is not going to let that go. She wants to keep going as champion. She thinks she's the most dominant force because she is the most dominant force. You know, perception is reality as far as the women's champion is concerned.
Oh, big kick. Reminiscent of the penalty kick that Robbie Brookside used to great effect.
Livy Grace, of course, trained by James Davis and Zack Sabre Jr., part of the IPW originals. When you consider it, she was trained right here. She cut her teeth in IPW.
Absolutely. Big series of offensive maneuvers from Zaya Brookside, ending with that cover, just a 2 count though. Nothing fancy about that, just flinging her down to the mat.
Referee's making sure that there's no hair pulling, making sure this is a fair contest, and the champion should want that as well. You should want to win, no pun intended, with grace and decorum.
Trust me, Livy Grace just wants to win, doesn't matter how.
Rochester trying to pick Zaya, trying to propel her forward, but at the moment she's being propelled by the champion straight down into the canvas.
Big body slam right in the middle of the ring.
One of the things that's interesting when you think about Zaya Brookside, though, Dean, is that she has been trained by her father, British wrestling legend Robbie Brookside. That comes with it a certain amount of pressure, surely. The fact that she's the daughter of someone like that, she's got a reputation to live up to.
Nice head scissors. It's the pressure and the privilege. You know, you grow up around the business. You grow up with so much innate knowledge in your subconscious without you even realizing it.
The champion actually does look out of sorts. I haven't seen Livy Grace tested like this in quite a long time, Dean.
Well, this is going to be a big test, you know. She has managed to get on. She's going for the Brookside bomb already. Big kick.
Almost had it on that exchange, Dean. The wind was clearly taken out of Zaya Brookside as she went down to the camp. She crumbled after that shot from the champion.
Indeed she did. Oh, but now she's got Livy Grace up in the air. Oh! Tom Scarborough takes a boot to the face. And this could play into the hands of Livy Grace. Big chop. Oh, knee to the jaw. That's going to knock her silly.
Medic Chris Appleton just rushed over there to check on Tom Scarborough. We don't have a referee. Where's Livy Grace going? What is on him? Oh, I was going to say, what is on her mind? It's quickly revealed. Nefarious means.
As I said, she will win by fair means or foul. That's how she's been the champion for so long.
Wait a second, Dean. This can't be allowed to happen, though. She's got that chair. She's going to smack Brooks over.
Wait a minute. That's the Amazon. That's Amazon Aisha Raymond. What's she doing here? What's she doing here? And Livy Grace set up for the Brookside bomb.
The champion's in real jeopardy here, but there's no referee to count at this point. Top scorer's there. Top scorer's back. She's got it.
New champion. New champion.
Not for the first time this evening do we say the phrase there is a new champion in IPW. We talked about IPW regaining its crowd. Well, I'm telling you now, 2018 is beginning to look very, very bright indeed.
And what a deserving winner, Zaya Brookside. That's the biggest achievement, the biggest title she has won in her young career. And my goodness me, I was going to say what a great future she's got, but it's a great present as well.
And she's only 19. Think of how long a career she could have in this business. This is just the beginning, surely.
Well, Amazon has got that title off of Livy Grace.
And there's a celebration going on in Rochester.
Oh, so you're happy with that celebration, not when Adam Mack said.
So Livy Grace has fallen, and Zaya Brookside is the new women's champion of IPW. This is big news, Dean.
Big news indeed. We go into 2018 with a fresh face in the title picture, and it's the biggest achievement, the biggest title that Zaya Brookside has won in her young career.
We're now going to turn our attention to this rivalry that has been brewing for so long, I can't even remember when it started, between the collective, particularly Lewis Howley and Sid Scala.
Indeed, Sid Scala and Lewis Howley were tag team partners until Howley turned his back on Sid, joined up with the collective, Sammy Smooth and James Castle, and since then Sid Scala has been suffering at the hands of these men. But then on Thursday we saw the creation in Milton Keynes of the Filthy Club.
The Filthy Club, Jack Sacksmith and Rob Sharp. They came to Sid Scala's aid, and it is no longer, Dean, a case of 3-on-1. There's no gang mentality they can jump in, it's 3-on-3. Sid now has an equal chance in this contest to get his hands on Lewis Howley.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be wild.
Absolutely. It is going to be so wild.
The following contest is a six-man tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, they are the team of Sammy Smooth, Lewis Howley, and James Castle, the Collective.
The last time we were here in Rochester, that man right there, Lewis Howley, cost his former tag team partner, Sid Scala, the All-England title. He had it sewn up against Earl Black Jr., in my opinion. Sid should have been the champion. Lewis Howley cost him then, and he has been doing everything in his power to ruin Sid Scala's life, Dean.
And let's face it, while last time they were here in Rochester, the Collective also cost Jimmy Havoc the world title. They have stamped their mark on this promotion ever since they formed a few months ago.
And by the same extension, they didn't also just screw over Jimmy Havoc, they screwed with Cara Noir, of course, who was the #1 contender in that match. They took out everybody.
Let's get savvy when you're down on your luck and you're feeling blue. Nothing will run you up like a bargain or two. So if you're savvy enough,
single thing you need to know. He said 1, 2, 3. You've got 1, 2, 3. Now I've got 1, 2, 3. It is a level playing field for Sid here in Rochester.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how Luke Dragon Phoenix never gives up, but Sid Scala, very much built from the same mould, does not give up and has not allowed the odds being stacked against him to deter him from pursuing the Collective.
The Collective have been using every underhanded technique they can. I remember at Tunbridge at IPW UK Super 8, I remember when we were there, and that man in the ring, Lewis Harley, whipped the back of Sid Scala until it was going blue.
That was brutal.
At Milton Keynes just 3 nights ago. This alliance formed. Rob Sharp and Jack Sexsmith, they'd seen enough. They wanted to have Sid Scala's back. They'd had enough of what the Collective have been doing around here. And this unlikely combination is going to try and take down the Collective very, very shortly.
You say unlikely combination, but to me they're a perfect match. They're very similar personalities, and there you see Jack Sexsmith, a man who's been getting a lot of mainstream media attention and the BBC News and that, as far as I'm aware at least, the world's first openly pansexual wrestler, not to mention the only man I know that wrestles in upwards. And you have filthy gorgeous Rob Sharp.
And to be quite honest, I think Sid at this stage in 2017 is just glad to have people that want to have his back. I think he's had quite enough of having people betray him and leave him.
Well, it does kind of make sense that he's got some backup. Hang on a minute, what's going on here?
Wait. Oh, come on now. Oh well, that's a popular face in Rochester.
It's the banker Mark Lloyd, who has aligned himself with... He's aligned himself with Damien Dunn and the No Fun Police.
Well. Doesn't this look fun? My name is Mark Lloyd, and I am the legal representative for the Anti-Fun Police.
That sounds like a fun job title.
Hey, Rob Sharp, Jack Sexsmith. You two half-wits think you got the upper hand in Milton Keynes? I don't bloody think so.
They certainly did. I was there. They certainly got the upper hand out of you and your guys.
Well, let's see what he's got in his hand.
Here, I have an active restraining order, which means you two can't be within 500 feet of the Anti-Fun Police.
What? There's no way.
What a master stroke from Mark Lloyd.
What?
You know, with all these banks making people redundant, he's going to get himself a new job as a legal representative.
Is an active restraining order against...
It's an active restraining order. You know what they look like, Slatter. You've had enough thrown against you in your time, I'm sure.
It means they are going to have to leave the building.
What? Oh, come on.
Hey, rules are rules.
Sorry, Sydney. Gentlemen, remove the filth from the ring.
Remove the... What is going on?
If you do not leave, you not only forfeit the match for yourselves, but Sid Scala as well.
Well, it looks like we're back to being 3-on-1.
That is unpopular here in Rochester. Sid, once again, there's no way.
Hey,
What?
Earlier
There's
on-
no hay about it.
Hold on a minute.
No, don't tell me no, hang on a minute. He has been in this position time and time again. He's finally got tag team partners. It's finally 3-on-3, and then this is pulled. I
Hey,
can't believe it.
In the
Dean.
last match, you were banging on about people sticking to the rules. Now that the legal representative of the anti-fun police, Mark Lloyd, has got a legal restraining order, you're now saying that we should rip that piece of paper up and disregard the law? Come off it, Slatter.
You talk about rules and you talk about that much. Let's talk about fairness and justice. The fact that Sid Scala is going to have to go against 3 men in one contest. You tell me exactly how that's fair then, Dean. You tell me where in your book it says that's right.
Hey, life's not fair. And the sooner you learn that, sonny boy, the better. Life wasn't fair when Mark Lloyd was made redundant from the bank and he's found himself a new job as a legal representative. You know, it's about just acting on what's happening for the positives.
I can't believe that actually escorting up there. This is a. Why is this match even being allowed to continue, Dean? I'm sorry. You can talk about fairness and rules all you like. This should not be a 3-on-1 contest. But Sid, by God, he is fighting his way through this.
The savvy Snappy.
Sid wants Lewis. Look at the speed. Look at the face of Sid Scala. He wants Lewis Hurley in the worst possible way.
Yeah, he's going to run right into Sammy Smooth with the clothesline.
Oh, I suppose you think that's all in the rules, eh?
More guts than brains. Hey, Steve Linsky is a referee of over 20 years ring experience.
So why are there too many in the ring? If this was supposed to be a 3-on-3 tag match, why are there too many in the ring constantly? And he got his hands on Lewis. Good for Sid, finally getting some shots in. I tell you, he deserves every single one of them for the things we've seen him put Sid through this year.
Oh man!
God. Oh no.
Oh, they'll snap your back in half.
Oh goodness me.
In fact, it may have done. There may not be another half of Sid Scala underneath that ring for all we know. Oh, yes, there is.
Well, the mood is perceptibly changed here in the casino rooms in Rochester. I mean, you can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop in this audience. When that happened, when they lifted him up, smacked him on the side of that ring, the air was sucked out of this room.
I want to hear a pin fall. Get this match over, wheel him off, and let's get on with our main event.
You're telling me about it being Christmas and about the spirit of giving and being festive and fairness. Exactly how is what you've just said fair in any way to Sid Scala? You know what he's been through this year.
When did I ever say I like Christmas? Do you know how many decorations I've got in my house?
How many?
None. Can't be asked to pull them up, can't be asked to take them down.
Well, your decorations and your love of trees and not love of trees, notwithstanding, the fact that Sid is in this situation is a mugging. If this is a tag team match, why is Steve Linsky not getting one of the collective out of the ring? This wasn't Tornado rules. It's supposed to be a 6-man tag. I want to know why that's happening. Why is this being allowed to go like this? This is nothing more than a mugging.
Well,
Lewis Howley's on the outside of the ring. There's 2 in the ring, both beating up Sid.
Probably because Linsky doesn't want to have his other wrist broken by the collective.
Why management have let this happen, why they let Mark Lloyd into the building with that contract in the first place saying there was a restraining order, I have absolutely no idea.
Scala trying to fight back. Big suplex.
Yeah, James Castle, you may think that. You can start conducting your little orchestras. We've seen what you've been doing. We've seen you've been taken out. You've been taking out everybody, yeah, because you're really big when you're jumping people from behind. But when it's actually level playing field, you can't just get the job done. That's what's happened here, Dean. They have the deck so stacked against Sid that he is in this position. And now look, here he comes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're one of these people who just moans about everything. You probably moan about Brexit and moan about Donald Trump being president. Hey, this is real life. And sometimes, you just deal with the situation in front of you. Sid Scala has been outsmarted once again by the collective.
How was he outsmarted? The No Fun Police. How do they get involved? What are they doing the bidding, helping the collective out? It's a conspiracy against Sid Scala. What did he ever do to Lewis Howley? The way Lewis Howley looks at him with such disgust. What did Sid ever do to him apart from propel his career forward?
Hey, the law is the law.
The law is the law. Well, I hope the law smacks Lewis Howley in the face. Sid can barely defend himself, Dean. How can you be okay with seeing any of this?
No wonder you got here on the train, Slatty. You probably got 12 points on your licence because you weren't obeying the laws of the road.
It's not about the laws of the road. The fact is, Sid was going into this match as a 6-man tag, and now it's a 3-on-1 handicap. On no planet is that a fair thing to happen.
It's not fair, but it's true. I mean, this is a mugging, I'll give you that.
And you're okay with muggings now?
No.
Doesn't sound very legal, the word mugging, does it? It's almost like, right, they think they're winning a match that's actually the 3 of them against 5 other people. There's one man in the ring who they've been beating up and they are acting. It's all about you, is it?
Hey, you can only beat what's put in front of you.
Sid was told he'd lose the match. If he didn't do this 3-on-1, he would have lost the match by forfeit.
Well, maybe he should have.
You can't hang a man for trying.
Save himself a piece, and as I said, he's got more guts than brains.
So you can hurt him more. What has got him to that man's bonnet? What exactly did Lewis Howley ever get from Sid, apart from a tag team partner who wanted the best for him?
Slatty, you realise only dogs can hear you now. You're getting so high-pitched. You're in rage of the injustice we're seeing here.
Because it's injustice. You just use the word. I don't believe he doesn't come across like a star here, Dean, as far as I'm concerned. He comes across as a wolf amongst a pack of them. Well, that's how the collective usually like to finish off their victims, and I'll say victims because that's exactly what Sid is here. He's a victim of nothing more than a mugging. Zivlinski mercifully.
Not finished yet.
Sid had his back. I was in Fight Nation, I saw these two. Sid helped Lewis every single step of the way. He was always on his side, always had his back, and this is how he repays him for having your back. He did nothing wrong.
Sid Scala hogged the limelight. They came out to Sid Scala's entrance music.
I tell you what, someone's got to get down there now. I know there's a referee in the ring.
It was all about
Steve
Sid.
Linsky needs to call this. He needs to call this match off. This is not a no disqualification match.
Oh, here we are. They're going to do what they did in Tunbridge and whip him like, dare I say it, a government mule. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, what's going on?
The lights have gone out, I can hardly see anything, Dean.
Put another 50p in the meter. What's going on here? Holy capone!
Jimmy Havoc and Cournois! Acid Rainmaker!
Fade to black!
We said they had a bone to pick with the collective, and Havoc and Cournois are running the collective out of Rochester, and Lewis Howley has just seen a dawn realised right in front of his eyes.
So I suppose that you're happy now that two people not contractually in the match interfere in this contest. All of a sudden the laws don't matter.
Yeah, now it's 1-on-1, Dean, because that's actually what fairness is all about. He's still been beaten. What more do you want? It's 3-on-3. Yeah, it hasn't been 3-on-3 for the whole match. Look at Lewis Howley. It's 3-on-3. It's 3-on-3.
You know, you flip-flop with your opinions unbelievably, Slatty. You should stick to. Oh my goodness!
Bulldog Sid! Get him! Yes! Good for Sid, I'm telling you, Dean. You Mr. Savvy Sid Scala. That is one of the most satisfying things I have seen all year, Dean.
Disgraceful outside interference as far as I'm concerned.
I don't buy it.
Let's draw a line under that outrage.
Let's draw a line.
Because right now it is time for our main event. It is time for the match that was announced that brought the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, turn away crowd here, sold out in Rochester. Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived.
And the star attraction, Mark Haskins,
who has just won the IPW world title. Both men on top of their game, but there can only be one winner. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Let's go for our main event. It's Haskins versus Aries.
The following contest is your main event of the evening.
Well, here comes the new world champion, Mark Haskins.
I have seen some tall orders attempted in IPW before, Dean, but I can't remember a situation quite like this. He had to go through a war to win that belt, and now he's got to face Austin Aries on the same night. Are you kidding me? Mark Haskins is an uphill battle here for sure.
Hey, we've seen Jimmy Havoc beat Abyss in the Monsters ball match. We've just seen Sid Scala pin Lewis Howley. Maybe it is the night of the Christmas miracles here in Rochester. Pray silence, please, for the greatest man who ever lived. Holding aloft that Defiant Wrestling Championship that he won just this week. From, I believe, Marty Skrull, it's been quite a week in British wrestling. But then again, when isn't it quite a week in British wrestling? The greatest scene in the world, the greatest wrestlers, the greatest promotions are right here in the UK. And next year's the year that IPW regains its crown. Let's go to Chris Hatch. Let's go to Austin Aries.
Let's go to the crowd. 50-50 down the middle here, Dean. 50-50 split.
First of all, thank you. Secondly, congratulations, Mark, on your hard-fought victory tonight, becoming the new IPW champion. Now, just to paint the picture here for everybody who doesn't know, me and you faced off some years ago in Wembley.
TNA Impact Wrestling.
And you were hungry and you were young, and you gave me the fight of your life, and you the top rope, and you hesitated. And not only did it cost you the match, but it almost cost you your career. And since that point, you feel you need to redeem yourself. You need to prove yourself. Well, let me tell you something. You proved yourself to me earlier tonight. But now, the real test begins. Because while you have a championship in your hand, I've got a championship in my hand.
I know exactly where you're going with this. So let's cut the foreplay and get to the chase. I'll put my belt on the line if you put your belt on the line.
Oh!
Now that is a
You
wager.
want it? I want it. Do you want it?
And the stakes.
What do you think? Austin Aries, prove it. Prove that you have what it takes. If you do, to try and beat me twice.
But as they say, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. And seeing this is called IPW Undisputed, let's find out who the Undisputed Champion really is. You're on.
Oh, the stakes just got higher. It's title for
This
title.
contest is for both the Defiant and the IPW World Championships. Introducing first, to my left, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is the Truth, Austin Aries!
The Truth, Austin Aries. I like it.
And his opponent to my right, from Malvern, Worcestershire, this is Mark Haskins!
This is quite possibly the biggest match in this country this year now.
Yep.
There's almost no doubt about it. This is not just an IPW world title. Let's get that Defiant title. Let's put that in our trophy cabinet, Dean.
Well, there you see the IPW World title, the Defiant World title, up for grabs. We are going to unify those two belts. This is history in the making. So let's just talk a little bit about the backstory here. I was at Wembley Arena that fateful evening. I remember it well, which is just as well because Mark Haskins probably doesn't remember a thing about it. He was facing Austin Aries on an Impact Wrestling taping. Had Aries prostrate on the floor, Haskins went for a shooting star press. Hesitated, didn't quite get his footing, landed pretty horribly. I thought he'd broken his neck. Austin Aries showed absolutely no mercy and went for that last chancery, and the match was just stopped. Haskins was knocked silly. And I saw Mark after the show backstage, and he was absolutely knocked for a loop. He went to hospital, he got checked over, he came back again, but he had a severe concussion from that. And his confidence, he's going for that last chancery already, and his confidence was certainly affected. You don't see Mark Haskins go for a shooting star press these days. He's adapted his style. But the question is, does the ghost of Wembley Arena still haunt Mark Haskins? Jimmy Havoc lost to Abyss at Wembley Arena a couple of years ago. He's shaken that one off today. Can Haskins do the same? As I said, it's possibly the night of the Christmas miracles. He's wrestled once already.
I'd like to extend something you've actually just said there, Dean. You mentioned about what happened at Wembley. You mentioned he hooked him the last chancery. But let's flesh that out a little bit. After Haskins comes off the top rope, Aries looks at him, he wonders if he's okay, he then kicks him in the head, he then picks him up, he gives him a brain buster, and then he puts him the last chancery. That was overkill in my opinion. Mark Haskins was right to feel aggrieved for that. And he's gone for the bridge of the armbar, he's going for it early, Dean.
Haskins has to get the win early because he's already wrestled once. So it's stating the obvious, but the longer the match goes, the more of a disadvantage it is to Mark Haskins because he's wrestled once already. The odds are stacked against him.
And you want to talk about pedigree. Austin Aries was trained by the trainer of champions, Eddie Sharkey.
Yep.
Listen to this roll call of people that he also trained. Ravishing Rick Rude, Jesse the Body Ventura, Animal and Hawk the Road Warriors, current WWE superstar Eric Rowan, and Bob Backlund. The man who trained Austin Aries has trained other great wrestling legends. He had a pedigree, and Austin Aries undoubtedly has some of that magic.
And on the flip side, you've got Mark Haskins, who has trained in the same place that people like Joel Redman, Paul Burchill, James Ty, Mark Haskins, Drew Galloway, Nikita Winter, loads of people who have made their names around the world as well. So Haskins hasn't come from some Johnny-come-lately academy. He's come from one of the most successful training academies this country has ever seen.
And I've got to wonder if that is why this has got so personal, because in some ways Haskins is like a younger version of Austin Aries. Do you feel that? I feel that.
That's a very good point.
They have similar skills. They have similar go-to moves. They both have a submission move that is incredibly effective putting away their opponents. The deck is stacked very evenly in this contest, apart from the fact Haskins has already been through the war with the Dragon earlier on in the broadcast.
We're either going to see the shortest world title reign in IPW history or the hardest first night of champion in IPW history.
History is going to happen one way or the other.
Absolutely.
That is what you're witnessing right now on the IWN. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your main event of Undisputed.
And you know the eyes of the world are on this because this is such a big match around, not just Britain, around the wrestling world. You can tell us your thoughts using the hashtag IPW Undisputed you see on the screen there.
Mark Haskins, of course, IPW World Champion. Austin Aries is Defiant Champion, but we've talked about the people that are also trained by the trainer of Austin Aries. Listen to the roll call of achievements of Austin Aries. Former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, former 6 times X Division Champion, 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion, TNA Tag Champion, Ring of Honor Tag Champion. He is the longest reigning TNA X Division Champion at 301 days. Austin Aries has a list of accomplishments a mile long, Dean.
And of course he was in the title match for the Cruiserweight title at this year's WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
He's been to the big dance. The pressure will be on Haskins, surely, because Austin Aries knows what it's like to be in the big matches.
Would you say this is an overstatement to say this is the match of Mark Haskins' career? When you think about how much history is on what happened at Wembley, when you think he's just become IPW World Champion for the first time, surely there's no match he could have had against anyone that would have been this big for him.
Yes, I would agree. You know, he has won the world title in IPW, a promotion that's been going for 14 years. You know, this is a prestige championship with pedigree, with history, and he is defending that belt just an hour or so after winning it.
And also, something I want to bring up here, people will know this hopefully by now, Fight Nation, which is the sister company for a little while back, has merged with IPW during the course of the later part of this year. In Fight Nation, Mark Haskins was undefeated. He was the undefeated British champion, and since that time, he has been undefeated in IPW. In fact, up until this moment, he's been undefeated for I don't know how long when it comes to IPW and Fight Nation. He is in form.
He did lose one match, but I mean the collective were involved in that, so you could say he's not lost the match cleanly.
Well, yes, okay, I will give you that concession. And if that's the guess you need to have, then you've got that. But other than that tiny blemish or an asterisk, he has been undefeated. So this is huge for Mark Haskins. He is riding the wave of his career right now.
And Aries is going to the high rent district. Axe handle, shades of the Macho Man. Then you've got, you know, if Haskins loses this, he can say he's wrestled twice, whereas Austin Aries has wrestled once.
Yeah, sorry, Dean.
I'm just going to say, it was, you know, he basically was involving himself in multiple competitions. You know, it's kind of like a football team, you know, in the Premier League and the Champions League, and he's got a clash of fixtures.
Also, we're mentioning that Haskins is doing double duty. We're making it sound like this is only a second match. 3 days ago, I'm going to say it again, 3 days ago, Mark Haskins and Milton Keynes had to fight Dave Mastiff. And we've already talked about Dave Mastiff a lot this evening and just how powerful that man is and what he did to Big Grizzly. Haskins had to go through him just to get here for that title match.
But then on the other hand, wrestlers are used to working more than one match. Because, you know, look at the UK Super 8. Everyone in that match had to work twice. So it's something wrestlers are conditioned to. Oh, man. And that softens the neck and the shoulders up for that last chancery. 2 count.
Haskins rolls himself to the outside of the ring. Is he doing that for a respite, Dean?
Yes. He can feel the snap on that neck. And he knows exactly what Austin Aries is setting him up for. That last chancery. He's felt that previously at Wembley, as you said.
One thing we have talked about during a lot of this contest is exactly how much is on the line for Haskins. But just for a second, let's consider what's on the line for Aries. Remember what Haskins said in that moment in Milton Keynes when Haskins turned to him and said, "You were one of the greatest of the past generation,
Yeah.
and I want to know if you can still do it now." That, I feel, is reason enough for Austin Aries to need to win this match. And Haskins putting it on the line.
Putting it all on the line.
He knows what's at stake. It's not just the newly won IPW champion. He has the chance, team, to become a double champion. Haskins has a rare opportunity. It's not very often those opportunities come along.
I mean, Aries is older than Haskins, but as far as experience goes, Aries debuted in 2000, Haskins in 2006 as a teenager. So there's not a huge amount of difference in experience, but yeah, you could see on Aries' face that comment really rattled him. Oh, he was going for that discus 5-arm, and it's well scouted by Haskins.
Oh, you better believe that Mark Haskins has been watching every single tape of Austin Aries he can get his hands on. Well, I say tape, we'll go with YouTube video for these days.
I know what you mean.
I have a few tapes somewhere, I believe. I don't think anyone else does these days.
Something to bear in mind, of course, is that this match was signed a few months ago. So, and there's the discus 4-arm. Whereas Haskins didn't know about the match with Blue Dragon Phoenix until a few days ago, he has been preparing for this match for months.
Well, that's what he was doing. Milton Keynes, he was sat by me commentating, and he was making out as well, I'm just here, I'm just scouting out Mark Haskins, it's no big deal. Well, Mark Haskins was in the ring against Dave Mastiff. I know we say that wrestlers have schedules and that they're used to having multiple matches, but the fact remains, Austin Aries hasn't wrestled 3 times. And Mark Haskins has now wrestled 3 times in 3 days, and against the likes of Dave Mastiff, a very, very gaming Dragon Phoenix, and Austin Aries. Yeah, and not 3 ordinary superstars.
And Austin Aries beat Marty Scurll to win that title, so in Defiant Wrestling, so that's hardly a local boy, Marty Scurll, making waves all around the world.
Oh! Mark Haskins, his ankle on his leg, smacked that turnbuckle pad with authority, and that it could be crucial going forward. Haskins relies on his feet as a weapon, not just for movement.
As you were just saying. Oh, he's
locks in the armbar! The Defiant Championship is on the line, as well as the IPW Championship, and Aries is going the wrong direction to the ropes here. Trying to turn it over.
I was going to say, rolling that left leg over.
He's counted. What a counter, Dean!
Haskins is near the ropes. Can he grab them? He's trying to grab the ropes. He's got them. He's got them.
The IPW Championship was seconds away from being claimed by the greatest man who ever lived.
You know, the great thing about our new ring canvas, we've got those names around the edge. That also tells you you're right near the ropes. That gives you a marker as a wrestler, as a manager. It gives you a marker to know where to execute moves to get your opponent away from the ropes. Basically, you want to be hitting a submission on the IPW logo in the middle of the ring there.
Excellent observation, Dean, and here's another one. Austin Aries was just going for that brain buster, and if he hits that with the damage that's been done in this contest to that area of Haskins.
Oh, he just went for it again, and Haskins countered it. Oh man, look at this.
Haskins holds on to the ropes. Aries coming back after him. Both precariously placed here, Dean. Neither man wants to fall from air. Not at this point in the contest. Oh no. Aries counters! Death Valley driver on the apron! And that is absolutely going to do no favours for the neck and the spine of the star attraction.
No way. That could be the turning point in this match.
We say turning point, but again, look how quick Haskins gets to his feet. The resiliency of Haskins is absolutely phenomenal.
The adrenaline is flowing, the determination, the heart of a champion. Oh! Oh,
Haskins
man.
with a super kick, kick right in the head.
And now he's going for the cradle to the grave.
Austin Aries showing down for Haskins, hooks the leg. No! Last split second, he got the foot on the rope, Dean. Austin Aries with that little bit more experience than Haskins, that tiny little bit, and he gets that foot on the rope. Haskins cannot believe this.
A minor oversight in the haste of the moment has let Austin Aries slip out the back door. What a match we're seeing. This crowd split right down the middle. Oh man, drop kick, nowhere to go. That snaps your neck right back because your body can't fall anywhere. You've got the turnbuckles in the way. That is a great move to soften the neck up.
Go for the 450!
He didn't get all of it. He landed badly. That could have pulled a hamstring.
Austin Aries is down. He went for it. Oh, now Mark Haskins is going up. And look at it. We talked about those ghosts of Wembley,
Don't do it,
Dean.
Mark. Don't do it. No, Mark, don't do it.
This is a mistake, I feel, Dean.
As a friend, don't do this, Mark. My heart's in my mouth. I can't watch, I'm turning away.
He took too long thinking about it, Dean. I told you it was a mistake. He was thinking about what happened in the past, and it's coming to bite him here. Brainbuster from the top rope. The last chantry. Middle of the ring, Dean. He's in the middle of the ring. Mark Haskins is barely moving. It's been gone. It's over. I don't believe it.
Here is your winner, still defying champion, and new IPW World Champion, Austin Aries!
One of the most incredible contests that has taken place in 2017, certainly here at IPW, probably in the world, has just ended, and that means that you were right, Dean. We have seen the shortest title reign in IPW history, because now the undisputed champion of IPW and Defiant is the greatest man who ever lived.
And IPW goes into 2018 with a new world champion. The truth, the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries. What does 2018 hold?